Thank you so much, I love you. My goal with this video is to hopefully offer some reassurance to current a7S III owners who are maybe, you know, wondering if they should buy a second camera dedicated to photography, and hopefully also offer some value to potential a7S III buyers, because I think this camera is gonna be relevant for a long time. So let's chat about it. Okay, let's get the first big point out of the way. I'm not gonna make you wait till the end, okay? 12 megapixels is enough. You in the back?
Who, me?
Yeah, you? Yeah, that one's for you. 12 megapixels is enough to cover a full 4K screen, your 4K TV, without losing any quality. Obviously, you're gonna lose some quality when you crop, but even then, I just feel like if you just look at the photos and you didn't know that this was a 12 megapixel camera, you wouldn't know. This is kind of a difficult point to talk about, but just think about how every single year we get a new iPhone with a little bit more megapixels, or new cameras are coming out all the time with higher megapixel counts, and we're starting to kind of equate megapixel count to quality, which in some, sorry, had a little rattle in the old throat sac. And I can understand, because more megapixels is more resolution and all that stuff. But I bet if you looked at a photo from this camera and didn't know that it was from this camera, most of us would probably think, hey, that's a high quality photograph. A while back, I actually did a comparison between the a7S III and the Sony a1, talking about like the differences stacked up right next to each other so you can see all the grimy little details in your face. And honestly, the a7S III held its weight pretty well, and the quality and color and raw flexibility of the photos from this camera are more than enough for me. I feel like the reason I've been struggling to just go out and shoot with this camera is because I have this little goo brain in my head from influence saying 12 megapixels isn't enough. You need a dedicated photo camera. You have to have two. You gotta get the Sony a7 IV. It's like, dude, I don't know where you guys have all this extra money. I just got married. I'm paying rent for this new house. Like, I can't have another camera right now. Some of you have probably been following my channel because I invented Fuji Juice. I'm the founder and CEO, and I still claim that title even though I don't own a Fujifilm camera right now. Fuji wasn't cutting it for me in the autofocus department, and when I recently started using the photo tracking mode on this camera, it proved that even more to myself. The tracking autofocus with the photography mode on this camera is unbelievably amazing. Like, I have a lot of training with the Halo 2 and Halo 3 battle rifles, so maybe I just, you know, have more of like an eye for that kind of stuff. But once you lock that little point onto your subject and then just half press your shutter and hold it, it's aimbot, dude. It just works. It's so great. I'm gonna test it out with my Sigma 85 1.4 soon, do some street photography with that and take you guys along for the ride. But this autofocus is rad, and it makes me really happy that I don't have to struggle with autofocus anymore. And I know that Fujifilm cameras have good autofocus in photo mode with native lenses, but if I'm just being real, I'm not a big fan of the native Fuji lenses. I don't know why, but I've always been a fan of adapting lenses to the Fuji system. Yeah, for people who are probably gonna blast me in the comments, that one's for you, I love you. And my next big point is the viewfinder on the Sony a7S III is literally unmatched. It's unbelievable. It's like 9 million dots or something. Basically, for those of you who don't know what dots are, because I don't know when we started talking in dots, it's basically just really high resolution. And that was honestly another big reason why I didn't get the FX3. Okay, Chris Brockhurst, I know I had you on my video channel and you talked about how cool FX3 is. Guess what, dude? You're handsome, but I don't want one. It's a good camera. I want the a7S III, okay? But for real, just shooting photography with this viewfinder is just a joyous experience. It's so nice having something that reliable where you can really tell if something's in focus or overexposed or whatever. It's just amazing quality, and I'm really thankful for that. And even the LCD screen is decent enough. Like when I'm shooting street photography videos, I typically use the screen so that y'all can see what I'm seeing. And even the screen is pretty good. I prefer the viewfinder, but overall, just the viewing experience from this camera, which is important, is very good. Good sentence. So hopefully this quelled some people's desires to go out and put a new camera on your credit card when you don't really need to. And even if you don't have the a7S III, chances are if you have a decent camera from the past 5 years, you have what you need. It's just a matter of kind of getting over these mindsets of, always wanting something more or something new, or hearing people's opinions and just wanting to buy something. That being said, please go check out my Discord. It's a group of amazing creative people. We're almost to 600 members. It's free. It's just fun to join in there, and you can chat with me, DM me. Also, just a little update for anybody who cares. I am going to be kind of slowly releasing new things, like a new website, a Patreon. I'm really trying to like push this channel. I would like to get back on like a 1 per week upload schedule. Now that I'm married and kissed that girl and live with her now, I don't have to worry about planning a wedding with her. So I have more time now to put into this, and I'm super excited to be back. Hopefully just like uploading consistently. So if you want to join that journey, feel free to subscribe, or just, you know what, you could just go watch another video too. There's plenty of great people in this filmmaking and photography space. So you do what you gotta do, I understand. But thank you all so much for watching. Please, for the love of God, text me when you get home so I know you're safe. I've been worried about you, and I wanna know how you're doing. I took a break, I went to Mexico, and I haven't got a text in a while, so please hit me up. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in next week's video.